Hey there guys, I should be live. I may be a bit out of it right now because I'm actually really sick. I honestly, I kind of don't feel like it, but with the story quest I thought I don't really have that much to do other than the dialogue options or read what the traveler says during the stream. And you may hear the echo right now because I only found it out after I did the stream yesterday with Dead by Daylight that my new microphone was picking up some kind of buzzing, and I went to the store where I bought it yesterday, told them what was happening, and they just immediately gave me a new one. So hopefully this will work. I will in a second take off my microphone and actually listen to the stream, so I am going to be a bit AFK in a second. But honestly, I don't know what is picking that shit up, so you might have to put up with it for this stream. Anyway, I'll go test it. I'll go check that now.
Exactly, but none of them believed me. There'll be an extra.
Yep, you're right.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Alright, so I don't hear it, but most of the time I end up finding this shit out once I am again after I did the stream, so just in case, sorry about that. Anyway, before we actually do the story quest, and I just realized I forgot to mute the test here, so anyway. But yeah, again, if you hear any buzzing, sorry in advance. It may be that I had my controller plugged in, if it's now no longer buzzing. So, yeah. Anyway, what I want to say before we actually do the story quest, Wait, since when did they increase the resin to 200? Wasn't that 160 before? I mean, I didn't really watch the stream for what the updates were and everything. All I know for sure is that I will be... Hold your hats. I will be most likely skipping Chlorend. Potentially. If the story quest honestly goes well, I might end up getting her, or just using these 30 pulls that I have to try. Also, on that note, I see that the that one 4-star character from the story quest is in there, or at least from the story quest for Sino. So, And I see he's using the Battle Pass weapon. I mean, before we actually leave this window, I think I'll just quickly, you guys will see a blue screen for a minute, because I'll be actually checking what my pity is at, because I actually have no idea. And most likely I will fill the 50-50 anyway. Alright, 10, 20, 30, 40. 44 is what my pity is at. I mean, there's probably a pretty good chance that I would pull a 5-star then. Guess I'll use all 32 in that scenario. Anyway, let's go do that story quest. It takes place in Sumeru. Alright. Yeah, maybe that buzzing was because I had my controller plugged in, so you would hear the current or the electric current or whatever. But I don't hear it now, and if I no longer hear it, then you know, yeah, at least if I don't hear it after the stream, then that was probably the case, and I should be good. Actually, I will say though, the stereo thing in this headset is a lot better. Anyway.
Perfect. It's you two. I have a commission here that has your names written all over it. In fact, I'd even go so far as to say you're the only ones for the job.
Isn't that what we heard before, though? Also, I will say that seriously, the surround, like the kind of like the surround sound that I have in this headset, actually is a lot better than with my old one, because it actually sounds like she's right in front of me.
The only ones for the job? Huh. If our help is really that important, it's probably some Archon class commission, right?
It is the Archon quest, so I've never heard of that classification before, but sure, we're happy to take this on. Which Archon do you need us to deal with today?
The Adventurers Guild doesn't employ that kind of classification system. In fact, this commission is also probably not nearly as intimidating as what you're expecting.
Aww. Also, I
All
should
it
turn on
asks us to
autoplay.
do is to find a missing person.
Huh. Alright.
Huh?
What's the catch?
Then why did you say we were the only ones for the job?
I came across this commission while reviewing our backlog not too long ago. It seems simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive efforts to complete it have all ended in failure, despite attempts by several accomplished and renowned adventurers. With the reputation of the Adventurers Guild and the performance of the Sumeru branch at stake, it's in our best interest to assign this commission to the adventurer with the highest completion rate over the past few years.
So that's me.
Well, that's us for sure.
Flattery will get you everywhere with Paimon. Fair. But I can't guarantee we'll be able to complete it either.
All I'm asking is for you to give it your best shot.
Seriously though, the surround sound is in this headset is
If
pretty
it proves to be
bitchin'.
beyond your capabilities as well, I'll talk to the commissioner about canceling the commission.
Okay, so who are we looking for? And what is it about this commission that's made it so hard to complete?
This commission was jointly issued by the residents of Vimara Village. They say one of their own villagers has gone missing.
Verena
But
wants
the
to
problem
join.
is, they don't know the missing person's name. They can only provide information about his
Nope.
general appearance.
I am again doing
They're
the
all
Archon
from the
quest.
same
So.
village, but they don't even know his name?
Wah wah
If so
wah.
many adventurers have failed to complete this commission, maybe this missing villager doesn't exist at all. Could it be some sort of a prank or something?
Unlikely. Several villagers came by to issue the
Alright.
commission, and judging by their appearance and tone of voice, they seemed incredibly sincere. It certainly didn't seem like a joke to them. Besides, putting up a commission requires a processing fee. There aren't many upsides to a prank that costs Mora to carry out.
True, that would be a little strange.
In any case,
Or it's a rich
it would
bastard.
probably be best to go to Vimara Village and ask around first. The Adventurers Guild does have some information on hand, but I would say anything you can learn directly from the villagers would be far more reliable. The best way to
True.
avoid misdirection is to go to the source.
Alright then, let's go! I'm starting to get really curious about this whole thing.
Alright.
Don't you think my craftsmanship deserves
I was making that disgusted face there after I heard you think my craftsmanship deserves a higher price. You know, like, I was literally making that face there. But again, I may be a bit out of it because I am not feeling well. Like, I actually had to have my dad pick me up from work earlier today after I was there for like an hour, because I was nearly collapsing from the pain of trying to vomit. So driving that 12 kilometers on a bicycle, probably not the best idea. And I was also like really quickly out of energy. Like I was quite literally, when I got to work.
We made it to Vamara Village! Why don't we talk to some of the villagers to learn a little bit more about the missing guy? If this commission is really as challenging as Catherine made it out to be, we're gonna need to carry out a very detailed investigation.
Alright, now that Paimon's done talking, I was legitimately panting like a dog after I came to work today. And again, the only reason why I actually went to work today is because I had to like go to the store where I bought the other headset. Or where I bought the original new headset to return it, but they immediately gave me like a new one just to test it out. So I'm just assuming here, and worst case scenario, I can still use my old headset for a while. If this stream goes well, then I'm probably going to use that headset for recordings and whatever, and then this one just for streaming and stuff. Simply because if it's literally that it's picking up like this buzzing from other stuff, like controller was for example connected to the charging cable, then you know. But then again, I did test it out yesterday and before I streamed, and it didn't show up in like the first few minutes, so I'll see after this stream. Otherwise I'll have to return this one too, and
transitory.
I will have to go back to the store tomorrow again and then just return it and ask for my money back. But if it's no longer picking that up now, since I'm doing it without the controller being connected, then hopefully, you know.
Hello there. You looking to buy something? I do business in this area.
Oh, no, we're adventurers. Catherine sent us to look into a commission here in Vamara Village.
Ah, so you're here about that, then. Ah, you're not the first, that's for sure. We've certainly made a lot of trouble for you all. To be honest, we aren't holding out much hope. Many adventurers have made their way out here, confident they'd be able to help us, only to leave soon after with nothing to show for their efforts. We've pretty much had it up to here in questions, and the area around the village has practically been overturned in search of clues. But no one has been able to make any headway.
So, this person we're looking for, what's his name? Where did he live? Does he have any relatives?
I don't know. I really have no clue. I couldn't tell you.
Okay, guess you are really sick of answering questions.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sound short with you. I was actually just giving you my answer to your questions.
Alright, so those 3 questions are a no-go then. Is there anything else you can tell us?
I know it may seem like we don't have anything to offer by way of information, but I promise you, we all have a very strong impression of him. When you live in the same village as someone, you develop a lot of memories together, you know? We just don't know the specifics. Maybe we did at one point, but that information is long gone by now. At least that's what everyone in the village seems to think. We've all exchanged what we know, and that was the only logical conclusion.
Alright, specifics aside then, what kind of person was he?
Young guy, in his early 20s probably. Incredibly kind sort of person, always willing to lend a helping hand. I'd chat with him when I didn't have any customers. I even saw him stick out his neck for others on more than one occasion. Very interesting guy, that one.
Now that you've started talking about him, you don't seem nearly as down in the dumps as you did before. Seems like he left a pretty good impression on you.
But of course, everyone in the village is pretty fond of him. We wouldn't have issued that commission otherwise. There aren't many young people like him nowadays. So genuine and pure. To think that he just up and disappeared one day. I just hope nothing bad happened.
Could he have just moved away without telling anyone?
Most likely.
No, he's not the type to leave without saying goodbye. And anyway, moving away without being seen by a single person in the village? There's no way he would have been able to manage that.
Huh. Alright, thanks for the information.
Fair.
We're gonna go ask around some more.
Alright. Honestly, the sound of that waterfall or river is actually really soothing right now, since I kind of have a headache and I'm still partially really quickly out of breath. So we'll see how far I get with this stream, honestly. Also, sorry if you actually can hear me panting.
I hear.
Hi, Grandpa Amadea.
right.
We're here to help you look for the guy that's gone missing.
Ah, so that's what brings you to these parts. Coming all this way for
Here's a
our
nice
sake.
hairstyle.
That's so very kind of you. With your help, I trust that young man's case is in good hands.
Could you tell us a bit about him?
Of course. I'm happy to help any way I can. With my failing eyesight, I'm afraid I can't offer much about his appearance. But I do remember hearing the sound of his voice. Not recently, of course. That loss has left me feeling quite empty. I don't think his parents are still living in the village. But somehow he never seemed lonely. In fact, he was usually the one offering companionship to others. He would often take time to visit the elderly or play with the orphans in the village. And whenever someone had something on their mind, he was there to listen with open ears. He always knew just what to say. As the village chief, I owe him many thanks. Helping villagers navigate difficult moments in their lives should have been one of my responsibilities. But he was often the one rising to the occasion.
Wow.
It's a new
He seems
four-star
like such a
character,
nice
isn't it?
and gentle person. No wonder his disappearance affected you all so much. But, you wouldn't happen to know any details about his name, address, or family situation, right?
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I just can't remember. No matter how you look at it, I should know those things. But for some reason, no matter how hard I try to remember, the information just doesn't come. Perhaps my age really has caught up with me this time.
You never know.
It's okay. There's no need to force yourself to try and remember. We'll figure something out.
Honestly, those fish hanging there are looking really appetizing
Well, Traveler, what do you
for
think?
some reason. Alright, there's probably more to this case than meets the eye. A lot of things are not adding up.
I don't think so, too. Like, the name thing. It's so weird that no one remembers his name. And nobody has been able to tell us anything about his family or where he lived. It's like this guy's been erased from reality or something.
I would say it's more like he's someone who only exists in people's memories.
Wait, so you're saying It's not that he's been erased, necessarily, but more like he never existed to begin with? Okay, Paimon's gonna need some time to process that one. Someone who only exists
Don't strain
in
yourself,
people's
Paimon.
memories?
Don't strain yourself too much, Paimon. Could it be like that, like what happened with the Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? Like someone, like some sort of mass alteration of people's memories?
You two are the adventurers who just arrived, right? You're here for the Vamara Village Commission?
Yes, that is us.
Yep, sure are. We were just looking into the case.
That's true.
I'm so glad to hear that. Thank goodness you haven't given up. I've been so worried the Adventurers Guild might cancel our commission.
Alright.
My name is Atosa, by the way. I grew up here in Vamara Village. Anyway, I just wanted to say, please keep searching for a missing villager. I'm begging you. You have to find him.
I'm sure we'll track him down. We'll certainly try our best.
Yeah, no need to worry. We'll give it our best shot. So, were you close to the missing villager? Are there any leads you can give us?
Oh, I had turned on
I'm not
off
sure
auto
this counts as a lead,
thing.
but follow me. There's a place I'd like to show you.
All right. Heading out. We
Is this the place? Under this tree?
pretty much.
I know it doesn't look like much, but this place is very meaningful to me. It's so full of memories. We used to always sit together under this tree and talk. Sometimes we would look up at the clouds in the sky, or stop to feel the wind against our skin. We could sit there for hours at a time, never realizing how long it had been. I was actually adopted by the people of Vamara Village. The forest rangers found me in the woods as a child. I was surrounded by such good people, and growing up in the village was so lively. Still, there were times when I couldn't help but feel incredibly alone.
Aww.
How should I put it? When something's bothering you, or when you have good news to share, you always want to talk about it with somebody. But for the longest time, I didn't know who I could talk to, or if I should say anything at all. Everyone has their own problems to deal with. Even if I might want to confide in others, I don't want to become a burden.
No. I think I get what you mean. That's what family is for. Yeah, I think it would be rude to go with the second option there.
Really? You know exactly how I feel?
I used to have someone like that. Member that I could talk to no matter what. But now I have a lot of friends who understand me and would be happy to hear me out.
Aww.
Wow, that sounds really nice. You're quite lucky. When it comes to our missing villager, well, I guess you could say that to me. He felt like both a family member I could rely on and a friend who could really understand me. No matter what came my way, I knew I could always talk to him. He was so thoughtful and pure, and patient too.
Aww.
Whenever I talked to him, he would always seem so interested, as if the things I was describing were just as important to him as they were to me. Ever since he disappeared, there's been so much I wanted to tell him. No, none of those things matters now. I just really want to see him again.
Wow. You two must
Almost
have been
like she
really close.
loves him.
Did he ever
Anyway.
tell you anything about himself?
Yes, I was trying to imitate Happy
He
there.
talked about interesting things he saw around the village. He'd share a lot of his own wild ideas as well. Oh, right! I did ask him about his parents once. But all he said was, they're not here anymore. I didn't know whether that meant they had left the village or passed away, and I didn't want to pry.
Aww.
Still not much to go off of.
Look at me. Talking your ear off and still nothing to show for it. I'm sorry I wasn't more help.
Don't say that. You helped us understand him better.
The last time I talked this much in one go was when we were still together. Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk, just like right now. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Aww.
Well, time always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right?
And faster
what's
when
wrong,
you're
Trevor?
having fun. It was always the same time of day, and time never seems to pass. Based on what we've learned, this is definitely not a regular missing persons case. What Atosa just told us about time could be the key to unraveling this whole mystery.
Hey, look at those hilichurls over there. Doesn't it seem like they're acting a little strange?
Yeah, it does. ... And that Abyss Mage.
The Abyss Order. Could they be the ones behind all of this?
Probably. Enemy spotted.
Uh-oh, we've been spotted! Quick, get ready to fight!
Busted. Game's up. Fun's over.
Ah, yes. Elemental reactions.
Gotcha. Really?
Watch out! Attack! Time down!
Honestly, the fighting sounds really weird with the headset.
Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting monsters to show up. If you hadn't been here, I'm not sure what I would have done.
It was no trouble.
Alright, the question we should be asking now is, what is the Abyss Order doing around here?
Now that I think about it, the hilly trolls around Vimara village have been a lot more active lately.
You think
They
so?
seem agitated and would often attack anything in sight. Chief Amadea doesn't allow the children to play in the area around the village anymore.
Maybe the Abyss Order really is involved. Well, we should head back and check out the situation in Vimara village just in case. If the Abyss Order is plotting something that could spell trouble for the villagers.
Alright. Again, I'm hoping that there isn't too much buzzing or none at all now in the
The
stream.
person! It's Dainslev!
Huh. Bruh.
Ah, it's you two.
Oh, a friend of yours?
Yep.
Well, I'll leave you all to it then. I should head back to the village and check up on Chief Amadea and the others anyway. Well, see you later.
Yeah, I hope there isn't any buzzing in the background right now, but I can only really find that out after I've done the stream. Because for some reason,
Why do you always
it
have
doesn't
to
show
pop
up
up
when
out of
I
nowhere
try
like that?
checking
Is
it.
it your life's mission to jump scare us or something?
It's hardly personal.
He
or
sucks at it in
intentional,
that
for
case, though.
matter. As long as you and I are both in pursuit of the Abyss Order, we're bound to cross paths.
Ah, so you're here to investigate the Abyss Order then. That would explain the monsters you were fighting just now.
Or we only saw what was left of him.
Naturally. Hold on. Are you not here for the same purpose?
We're also here, or we're here also on their trail, or we're also on their trail. Sorry, but I'll admit we run into them on accident. Yeah.
No matter. It may have taken you a while to catch on, but I'm sure you've also realized by now that there's something strange about this place. The Abyss Order is most certainly planning something in this area. Or worse, their plan could already be in motion.
So you think the Abyss Order is behind the Hilly Trail activity in the area?
Probably.
As things stand, I highly doubt that is their primary motive. I would imagine the increased Hilly Trail activity is merely a byproduct of whatever it is they're really trying to accomplish.
Still, the Hilly Trail activity is causing a lot of problems for the people here. We should stick around for a while and protect the village, don't you think?
The best way to protect them is by figuring out what the Abyss Order is truly planning. That is how we prevent further tragedy.
Well, let's see what more we can learn from the villagers. And after that, you also owe us many answers.
And you shall have them. I never intended to hide anything from you. Don't worry. There should be ample time to talk.
Alright. We return to the village and whatever.
Ah. So that was the commission that brought you here to Vimara village.
Yep, pretty much.
Someone who seems to only exist in people's memories. That is indeed quite intriguing. I would agree that it's unlikely you have a simple missing persons case on your hands. However, any possible connection to the Abyss Order is still unclear.
No doubt.
It appears all we have by way of clues is increased Hilly Trail activity. And that is certainly not much to go off of.
Well then, how about the intel you promised me?
Right! That mysterious voice she heard in her brother's memory. The one who called himself a sinner. Who is he?
Yeah, tell us.
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you?
I want to have faith in him. In a manner of speaking, yeah. Faith in him, or in a manner of speaking. I mean, they're siblings, so...
I sense hesitation in your words. After all, you still haven't figured out the whole truth of what happened.
True,
There's still
hence why I'm
hope
having
for the two
faith.
of you to reconcile. Irreparable damage has not yet been done. The sinner you wish to know about, his situation is different. He and his fellow sinners have long betrayed me, and long betrayed their nation. His name is Vedrfolnir, the Visionary. I'm loath to admit it, but he is also my kin, my older brother.
Your brother?
What happened between the two of you? What really happened in Conria back then?
There were 5 of them. The 5 sinners of Canria. The wise Roptatir. The visionary Vedderfolnir. Gold Rhindaughter. The foul Sertologi. And Rehir of Solnari, Rerir. No matter how eroded my memory may become, I will never forget their names. One day, I shall have my vengeance.
Wait, some of those names sound really familiar. Rhindaughter is the one who created Albedo. Sertologi is Skirk's master. And the one we just learned about, Dane's brother, Vedderfolnir. If he was the voice of the sinner, then the one who inspired Clothar to create the Abyss Order was him.
Somehow everything is connected. If that's true, then the stone slate we found in the ruins in Fontaine, the one that outlined Fontaine's prophecy, that was likely I can't pronounce that name, sorry, doing as well.
They were once people of great esteem in Canria. Those who carried the hopes of the nation. They were the best of their peers, outstanding in their respective fields. 6 of us, together. We should have been the ones to prevent the disaster. The ones to stop the Vinster King from continuing to rock the foundation of the world. Yet, deep within, the 5 of them craved something more.
Power.
They could not resist the call of the Abyss, and divided among themselves a power that could destroy the world. So they became sinners, but also transcendent beings, each in possession of world-shattering power. And when the cataclysm occurred, not one of them stood up in defense of their nation. Not one came forward to prevent the tragedy, and for that, they shall never have my forgiveness.
And then my sibling came into contact with your brother.
Indeed. If they are not stopped, the day is sure to come when they will also betray the entire world.
It must be hard to talk about all of this, but thank you for telling me.
Of course. As I said, I never intended to hide anything from you.
So, Dane, what have you been looking into all this time?
Yeah.
I've continued to investigate the questions surrounding the Loom of Fate. It's been quite some time since the initial operation was launched. By retrieving the eye of the first field tiller, we were able to stop part of their plan from coming to fruition.
Oh, Paimon remembers! Weren't they going to use it to corrupt Osial and make a god or something?
Indeed. However, it's obvious that was just some sort of technical experiment. The eye was integral to their plan, yet somehow, despite failing to obtain it, they've skipped the experimental phase and found some other way to keep moving forward. There are many signs pointing to that effect.
Then, what should we do? It's not too late, is it?
Our most pressing concern is to determine the purpose of the Loom of Fate. From there, we'll be able to deduce the Abyss Order's true objective. Based on the intel I've gathered so far, I suspect the Loom of Fate is related to the ley lines in some way.
The ley lines?
Traveler, you were able to observe your siblings' memories last time, yes? I believe that was due to the fact that the ley lines in that area were unstable. My recent investigation has shown that Abyss Order activity in a particular area is usually followed by a series of issues with the ley lines.
And one of the things that flows through the ley lines are memories.
Wait, then our commission here in Vamara Village, the person who seems to exist only in people's memories, could it be connected?
Memories, ley lines, the loom of fate, the missing person that doesn't seem to exist. What's the connection between all this?
It's certainly possible. I'll join your investigation tomorrow. This missing persons case could very well turn out to be the key to unraveling these mysteries.
Most
Well, if
likely.
we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try investigating somewhere a little further away tomorrow.
Alright. And skipping the day. Stretching in the morning. Paimon has a headache.
Oh, so tired. Paimon used way too much brain juice yesterday. It's all Dane's fault saying all that complicated stuff.
Paimon's used too much brain juice, really? Alright. Does she have any to begin with? Anyway. I didn't sleep well either. I know that feeling. My head's a mess.
Well, let's go find Dane. We've got a lot to do today.
Yeah. Right, behind us. Up there, actually. Oh, he's up there. Quite literally up the stairs. Sup, Danes, my boy.
Dane? Hello, Dane? Why are you just zoning out over here?
Well,
Did something happen?
what's wrong, Dane?
The missing person from your commission. Could you describe them to me?
Oh, young guy? Early 20s? Seriously, Dane, what's going on?
There appear to be certain memories in my mind that weren't there before. Memories of him.
Maybe
Huh.
we just talked too much about him yesterday and you had a weird dream or something?
No, it wasn't a dream. They're memories. Memories that suddenly appeared in my mind after I woke up. And I'm certain I've never met this person before.
Alright. Well, what exactly did you remember?
I remember handing him the eye of the first field tiller.
What? Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with the Abyss Order then!
Indeed. And it appears he possesses the ability to implant memories into the minds of others.
How is that even possible?
Wait then. All the memories the villagers have of him, could they be fake too? Maybe they never knew him at all.
Most likely.
Why would he do something like that?
Whatever the Abyss Order is planning, an important truth has been revealed to us this morning.
What sort of truth?
That their
Alright.
goal is still to obtain the eye of the first field tiller. They haven't stopped searching for it. I am the only person who knows its location. Perhaps implanting that particular memory was an attempt to interfere with my mind in some way.
Alright, is the eye still safe? What if that memory is real?
Your concerns are not entirely unfounded. I don't believe the Abyss Order is capable of altering reality like that just yet. However, considering their single-minded pursuit of the eye, I would say an equal level of caution is in order on our part.
Yep.
Come with me. We must check whether the eye is still in our possession.
Alright.
Oh, so you're going to take us to where you hid it?
But what if someone follows us? If we go straight there and someone is on our trail, aren't we just exposing the eye's location. Maybe that's the reason the Abyss Order implanted that memory in the first place, to force Dane to confirm the eye's location. Right. Given what I know of him, though I'm sure Dane has already thought of that possibility, it seems like he might already have a plan. Lead the way, Dane.
Of course.
Alright, I had auto stuff turned off. Alright. Sorry if there is any buzzing in the background. If it's being picked up for some reason, I can only actually hear if it's there once I've done the stream. And sorry for sounding really exhausted, honestly. I'm not feeling all that well. I'm still heading the wrong way. Right there, really? Ah, this is closer. Honestly, hopefully it was because I had, like, yesterday my controller plugged in the entire time that it was causing the buzzing, but if it now works normally, I don't really need to go and return it tomorrow. Anyway, back to her. Conveniently hidden.
So you hid it way out here? Not an easy place to discover, that's for sure. Well, let's go check to see if it's safe.
It's right above an artifact domain, though.
Traveler, wait.
Uh-oh.
We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
Alright, what was Dane going to tell me just now?
Hey, wait up!
You can fly, you can afford to wait a bit. I mean, you guys can also just tell me if there's buzzing on your end, you know? But otherwise I'll just have to check it after I've done the stream. We need fire, eh? 1 second. I mean, obviously. Right, where's she? Here. I mean, we need fire and electro,
No need
so...
to fret.
Charge. I am also, for some reason, getting really hungry. But then again, I have to be careful because I had the feeling of needing to vomit the entire day. Funny enough, though, I slept most of the day after I came back from work. Like, literally, I was like an hour at work, had myself be picked up from work and brought home, and after that I just slept like a log from the entire day. And woke up with a massive headache. Which I do still have, kind of. That or somehow I got a migraine. Which is significantly worse than a headache. Honestly, here you actually do, in these kinds of domains, you do have to check around a bit. Because there may be a hidden chest somewhere. Or there may just be a random chest somewhere. Well, bam.
The mechanisms here have changed over time. You can access the upper floor through the side door. Perhaps you should try reactivating the mechanism over there.
Wait a second. This just looks like they have something hidden here. Alright. We... No, I don't see anything down there. See? Cleverly hidden in the light. Right in front of your face. Honestly, it would be funny if by the end of this I just do those 32 pulls on stream on Clorend and I just randomly pull multiple 5 stars. 'Cause I think being at 44, I have a pretty good chance of actually hitting pity. Like, I'm 44 pulls in and I have like 32 pulls. Probably by the end of this I'll have like 33 pulls, I think.
Illusion shattered.
Yeah, I missed that.
Overruled.
Oh, the bond of life on my Arlecchino right now. It's like encompassing most of the health bar. Gonna be a bad time for the next opponent that I'll encounter. Because that's just gonna be boom, nuked. Oh. Oh, I get it. I guess you have to align the lights properly to open the door. I did have to jump down here, right? Yep.
Make sure all the runes are pointing in the direction indicated by the light. That should unlock the mechanism.
For some reason, this just reminds me of a Skyrim puzzle. Did I just immediately do it?
Ah, the door's open.
Alright.
Let's go. Our destination is just up ahead.
First time for everything, I guess. Aha! Another sneakily hidden chest. Probably if you weren't paying attention, you would have probably walked right by that chest. Probably. Oh, nothing there. Seriously though, I have a feeling if I now use Arlecchino's burst, the damage is going to be comparable to a nuke. I think if I actually have her Bond of Life fully charged up in the way it should be, I think she actually is the strongest character I have now. Great. We can die up ahead. Got it. Alright. Yeah, this totally isn't going to be a boss fight or anything.
Looks like we can't go any further.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I had the other stuff turned off.
Be on your guard. I sense the presence of the abyss.
Why, hello there.
It's the Abyss Order! They're here!
An Abyss Herald, I believe. Also, I fucking called it.
There is no escape. This. Illusion shattered. Here comes the cat.
Getting there. I just had him pushed in a corner.
Just as I suspected. The false memories were a trap. The Abyss Order just wanted to follow us here.
I
Now
mean,
that they're in the vicinity, we should have a chance to see.
Dane? What's wrong?
Can you feel that? There's been a disturbance in the ley lines. It must be the work of the Abyss.
Wow, you must be really sensitive to that sort of thing. Paimon doesn't feel it.
You too. Do as I say. Use that mechanism over there and leave this place.
alright, leave you here on your own. Will you be alright?
The Abyss Order is putting something in motion. If you return to Vimara Village, I suspect you might finally have the opportunity to locate the missing villager. Just think of it as a way to divide and conquer.
Alright. Danes does have a point. But something still feels off. What am I missing? You can come out now, or something like that he's gonna say. Or not. Or you get to hear, hello, brother. Long time no see. Holy shit, it's our brother.
I knew going along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
Ew, it's the male traveler. Eee. Kick-ass sword, kick-ass looking sword though.
You risked your safety, and that of the Eye. That's quite the gamble, Dainsleif. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap laid by the Twilight Sword.
Didn't even bother to say hi to your sister. God damn.
So you came here all on your own? What about those followers of yours?
Oh,
When
the
the
other
Twilight
kind of-
Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. Better that I face you alone. I know you must have a lot to say, but if it's a conversation you want, you'll have to defeat me first.
If that's where the Archon quest ends, they made it really short. Still though, my head is fucking pounding.
The Abyss Order's on the move. The ley lines are all out of whack. We better hurry back to Vimara Village and see what's going on.
Wait, are we that close to something? Alright.
Hey, look at those hilly trails over there.
They seem strangely calm.
Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago? Why are they so calm all of a sudden?
Looks like they have a full stomach, at least. Wait, I hear something.
In the New World, they bade farewell to the shrouded sun. At last, they no longer needed to dwell on their suffering, or try to differentiate between various thoughts of blasphemy. Such was the price they paid, and thus their souls became cleansed and pure.
Aww.
Did you hear that? What was that sound just now?
You heard it too, Paimon? It was someone's voice.
It sounded so gentle. Could that voice be comforting the hilly trails in some way?
Maybe. Oh, I had all the
this
stuff
is
turned
weird.
off again.
Let's check if this is happening anywhere else.
Alright.
Looks like the same thing is happening over here too. The hilly trails are calm.
You see, we're both still here. We've reclaimed an endless amount of time to love. Release your tears. You no longer need to hold back your sorrow.
That voice again. Or it's that voice again. Also, real quick. Just healing up my characters a bit without using food items.
Over there. It looks like they're sleeping.
Yep, does look like it.
In the end, he whispered softly, "Sleep well, Father. Sleep well, my beloved people. When you awake, that which differentiates us shall be no more."
It almost sounds like a poem or some kind of story. Well, now that the hilly trails have calmed down, Vimara Village should be safe at least.
Or they're in a frenzy and are really aggressive. You don't never know.
Let's put this situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our chance to find the missing villager, so we should head back to Vimara Village before it's too late.
Oh, good. God damn it. So I literally have to walk there. Also, I'm about to sneeze. Anyway. Pardon, by the way. Now let's see how aggressive they've gotten. Or they have no memory whatsoever.
Grandpa Medea, is everyone alright? The Abyss Order seems to be up to something nearby.
The Abyss Order? This is the first I'm hearing of it. Thank you for your concern, but as far as I'm aware, it's been business as usual here in the village.
Well, that's good to hear. Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues about the missing villager while we were gone, did you?
Missing villager? Who?
Someone's gone missing, you say? Who would that be?
Huh?
You don't remember? Things just got even more complicated.
You know, the young guy from Vimara Village. The one you've been looking for all this time. You posted a commission with the Sumeru Adventurers Guild.
Oh.
That's kind of the whole reason we're here, actually. Your missing persons commission.
Ah, I do apologize, you two. I hope I'm not worrying you too much. I'm sure it's just my age making me forgetful again. At least right now, I can't seem to recall whatever it is you're referring to. Perhaps you should try asking someone else.
But how is that? All right. Thanks for your help, Grandpa Amadea.
Well, that whole song and dance, talk to this person, then talk to that person.
Definitely not right. We just talked to Grandpa Amadea about the missing villager. There's no way he could have forgotten all about him just like that. What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone's memories of the missing villager have been erased again?
It's too early to say. We should check in with the others first.
You're right. We should narrow down the possibilities first. Let's go ask someone else then.
Yep. Preferably someone who isn't old. So that they can't say like, oh, my old age is probably getting to me. After all, I actually have in my profile standing right now that Father knows what you did. Anyway.
Someone's gone missing? Who?
Just as expected.
Alright.
That guy you said a bunch of nice things about earlier? The one you always used to chat with. He's around 20 years old, and you said he was a kind, warm-hearted person?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Really? You remember?
There aren't many young people who've earned that kind of praise from me. If you're certain that's what I said, then there's only one person who fits the bill. No doubt about it. But why'd you say he's gone missing?
Have you seen him recently? Did you know where he went?
Yeah,
or do you know
I
where he
just saw
went?
him leave the village. There was someone else with him, too. They couldn't have gone far.
And now we have to run like hell.
Strange. Bayram seems to remember him. And apparently he just saw him? Do you think maybe it's not that there's something wrong with people's memories, but that we've somehow returned to a time before he went missing?
Oh. I doubt returning to the past would be that simple. Given everything Dane mentioned about disturbances, sorry for the pause there. Again, I'm kind of out of it. Disturbances with the ley lines. I'd say it's far more likely this is related to memories in some way. I need to think carefully. What's really going on? Oh, fuck.
Just like what happened with Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, no one remembers him. Because there's been a change in people's memories.
Alright.
If this person only exists in people's memories, maybe we're in someone's memory right now.
Huh.
If we really did travel back to a time before he disappeared, that could explain why the villagers said he hadn't gone missing. Time travel is extremely difficult to perform. The current situation probably has something to do with the disturbances in the ley lines.
Right! I totally forgot about the ley line disturbances. We're in someone else's memory. Just like how you entered your sibling's memory last time. That would also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went missing. It's a memory after all.
If we really are in someone's memory, then this is our chance to find him.
Right. If he's someone who only exists in people's memories, then we're finally on the same turf. But didn't Bayron just say that he saw him leave the village with someone? Where should we go look for him? Who knows how long this ley line disturbance is gonna last? We might not have that much time, and we don't even know whose memory this is.
Let's go through what we know so far.
Good idea! That'll help us narrow things down. We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to...
implant memories into the minds of others.
Right! That! Can we try to figure out more about him using what we know of his ability? Like, does it maybe leave a trace that would somehow give him away?
Okay, damn it. Implanting memories into the minds of others must be an imperfect practice. There's no way the new memories could perfectly blend in with the old ones. There has to be some kind of tell.
All the memories seem to be set in or near Vimara village. But I'm still not sure if they're restricted to this location. If time is allowed to pass within the false memories, there's a higher chance they might conflict with someone's original recollection. That would make it much harder to avoid suspicion. There's a difference between memories that arise from lived experiences and those that are implanted into the mind. Perhaps it has something to do with time.
Ha!
No wonder!
Middle one.
All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit! That must mean time isn't passing! That's the tell of the fake memories! The implanted memories are basically taking place outside of the regular 24 hours of the day. If the memories included the regular passage of time, it would be easy for people to tell that something was off. Like there could be overlap or something. People might start to wonder why they remember doing two different things at the same time of day. That's why he makes sure the memories take place at a specific moment in time rather than over a period of time.
Alright, if we consider this conjunction with what are... If we consider this in conjunction, with what we already know, then the question of whose memory this is seems to have an obvious answer.
The color of the sky coincides with the moment in time she described.
I'm gonna say this one immediately. Oh my god, I was right.
Oh, right! That's exactly what Atosa described!
Oh, come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk. Just like right now. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Yep, that has to be it! This is definitely Atosa's memory.
Let's go.
Yeah,
That's where they'll be. I have no idea why I'm running like this though. I can just do this. As long as I have stamina, which I no longer have immediately. Alright, there they are.
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. She just talks like that out of habit. She's not trying to scare the children on purpose. Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. Do you maybe have anything you want to share? It's okay if you don't.
She has feelings for him.
You could also just...
I feel like.
talk about what you think of me?
Oh, I think you're an incredibly strong and thoughtful young woman. You'll meet many amazing people.
Yeah,
and
he's
live a
from
very
Conria.
happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
Huh? Are those your friends over there?
I mean, we can tell by the way he looks, you know? We finally found him, but why does he look kind of familiar? I mean, the outfit probably. And he's probably either Dainsleif's brother or something else along those lines.
Oh, right. This version
Is
of
what I'm
Atosa
guessing.
hasn't met us yet.
Alright.
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to find me. So, I should see what they need. I'm sorry, Atosa. We'll have to continue this conversation another time.
Aww.
Another time, huh? Yeah, okay. I'll head back to the village then. Talk to you some other time.
She's totally into him.
It's nice to see you, Traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
You're... factoring in the memories, the Abyss Order, the Loom of Fate, and everything else, I need to think of the one person that can connect all of those together.
The founder of the Abyss Order. The man who broke the curse of immortality. Born into abject sorrow, he shall now become the Loom of Fate. Dane's brother, one of the 5 sinners of Conria. The one who stole the power of the Abyss.
I think it's this one.
You're... Kari Bear Alberic.
Oh my god, I called it.
Oh. You know me? That's quite the surprise. I don't believe I've met you before. Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it? Your sibling's memory. You saw... the me from back then.
Pretty much.
This is Atosa's memory. I came here to say goodbye to her. But I suppose I'll just leave her a message instead. Come, let's find somewhere else to talk.
Alright, I should probably turn off the auto stuff. I cannot read that whatsoever. The fact that the sound all of a sudden stopped. In all likelihood, after this stream, I'm probably just gonna hop back to bed. Maybe like quickly have something to eat and then just go back to bed. This looks like something you'd find in a Serenity teapot, though. Trophy! Trophy! 2 trophies within a split second. Oh my god, we're pulling a Verino, we're walking on water. What is this place?
I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world after all, as you well know.
You look quite exhausted.
It's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host.
No.
I've always hoped that I'd get the chance to talk to you like this, and now, the time has finally arrived.
Alright. This is a rare opportunity for me to as well. I should try to learn as much information from Colbert as I can. What exactly happened to you? What exactly is the Loom of Fate?
Extreme sorrow and pain. Hope and regret coursing through your veins. And a degree of abyssal power that defies comprehension. Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, I would become the Loom of Fate. But, despite his intentions for me, I never truly became the Loom of Fate. I was merely used as a means for its construction. In truth, I died the moment I set everything in motion.
That
the
sucks
person
for him.
you see before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left over within the Loom of Fate.
Colbert is dead? That's why he no longer exists outside of people's memories.
As for your question, the Loom of Fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines.
Alright. Weaving ley lines?
In its primitive form, it can only be used to create and implant memories. But, as more of it is completed, its power becomes stronger and stronger, until finally, it has the power to weave real ley lines of its own.
That sounds kind of OP.
Once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level ability to influence memories. But it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world.
Oh, so that was the source of the ability to implant memories.
Yes. I have the ability to control the Loom in its semi-completed form. I suppose you can think of it as a form of compensation. After all, its existence cost me my life.
Yeah, that does suck. So the memories that suddenly appeared in Dainsleif's mind were implanted by Colbert through the half-finished Loom of Fate. That makes sense, but I'm still lost as to why he went so far as to introduce himself to all the residents of Vermont Village. Alright. But why did you implant memories of yourself into the people of that village?
That. I was wrong to implant those memories. I'm sorry I caused so much trouble. Not only for everyone in the village, but for you as well.
Alright.
I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world. As if I had a chance at life.
Alright, so that's why I would have never guessed. But is there any kind of meaning to this? Does only existing in people's memories really count as living?
I know what you must be thinking.
As long as this isn't like a Nier Automata kind of thing, then sure.
Why would I do something so meaningless?
Alright, crisis averted.
But I just couldn't accept it. had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. What kind of person I would be. What other people would think of me. Chief Ahmadiyya, Baram, Granny Jahiyat, Atosa.
I mean, it's pretty clear that Atosa fell in love with him.
What would it be like if I could live alongside them? No cataclysm, no curse. Just a quiet life in a peaceful village. I was curious, so I selfishly tried to have my own life. Even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. One memory at a time.
Alright.
I know it sounds stupid. After all, my life ended a long time ago. ... Any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old. My consciousness left to mature in an illusory world of nothingness.
That honestly sounds really shitty.
Even the form you see before you was nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance. An imagined version of what I would look like if I had the chance to grow up.
In the end, this all stems from the tragedy that occurred in Conria back then. You know, everything is looking for, or everyone is looking for you.
I know. But there's nothing I can do to make them find me. If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it all. But, well, that's not possible for me.
As I understand it, even though you only appear in their memories, your existence was a great comfort to them. They all believe you once lived among them.
I know.
Well, now that we've found you, let's continue this conversation some other time. Dane might still need my help.
Captain Dainsleif? Twilight Sword, you mean? No need to meet up with him. Things should already be settled on his end.
Settled?
Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the fact that I'm able to talk to you in my consciousness like this can only mean one thing.
Uh-oh.
The Loom of Fate has already been completed.
What? The Loom of Fate is already completed? That means the eye of the first field tiller must have fallen into the hands of the Abyss. Could something have happened to Dane?
No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason he lost the eye was because I happened to guess exactly what he was planning. Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, hasn't he?
Probably.
His plan was to lure
Wouldn't
the
put it
Abyss over
past
to
him.
a false location, capitalizing on their pursuit of the eye in order to have the chance to confront the prince. He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location. That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye all at once. A very thorough plan.
Right. But Dane never handed me the eye.
That's right, because in his mind, he had given it to you already.
Wait, does that mean he gave Dane a false memory? You made him think that when... Oh, you made him think that? When?
Before you two entered that false location.
Traveler, wait.
That was weird. So when Dane froze up back there, it was because a false memory was being implanted in his mind. No wonder.
That was when I implanted the memory of him handing you the eye.
All right.
Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of the ordinary, and took that memory to be real. I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. And to do that, we had to retrieve the eye.
So Dane had the eye this whole time, until the Abyss Order took it away. I'm not sure there's anything we could have could have done. Ow, headache. Now that the Loom of Fate is completed, what are you planning on doing with it?
I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you, but I truly have no idea what the Prince is planning. Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor extend the ones that already exist. In the face of everything they could be planning, I fear I'm too insignificant to even get a glimpse of the bigger picture. In any case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate, and my goal, at least, has been achieved.
Your goal?
You remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alberic. I believe you saw him in your sibling's memory. After he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my hilichurl form, I suffered from an indescribable level of mental anguish. To comfort me, my father told me a story, that this was a fairy tale world where I had to take on the form of a little monster. That story managed to dispel my fears, even if just for a moment. My goal was simple: to use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form, when its ability to create memories was at its strongest. To implant a specific memory into the minds of the hilichurls. In that memory, I would tell them a story, just like my father did for me. It was a story of fairy tales and love.
Aww. So the thing that caused the hilichurls to calm down back then was Calbert's story. So that was his goal. That was the only thing he wanted. Ah, he had a device as powerful as the Loom of Fate at his disposal, and all he wanted to do with it was to offer the hilichurls a moment of comfort and peace.
I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. Implanting those memories, that was the most worthwhile thing I could offer.
Alright, perhaps. I think it was very meaningful indeed.
All that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied to the Loom of Fate. In truth, that trace of my consciousness should have dissipated long ago. My goal was the one thing that allowed me to hold on all this time. But now, the bedtime story, is finished. And it's finally time to rest.
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one last time.
Alright, what's gonna happen here, I wonder?
Kari Bear's consciousness is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too. Well, how about a conversation?
Sure, I guess?
The chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I also can't believe it's real.
That battle earlier was tough.
Oh.
The one against Dane, I mean. I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me. Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even after 500 years.
Alright, what exactly are you planning? What are you going to do with the Loom of Fate?
The Loom of Fate, huh? I still haven't found a way to utilize it to its full potential. But there's still time. Before the heavenly principles awaken.
The heavenly principles are still asleep?
Yes. For 500 years now. Ever since the cataclysm in Conria, there's been no sign of activity. Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne. Yes? Such a flagrant disregard for the rules. And still Celestia took no action. I suppose that's proof enough of the Heavenly Principles situation. However, the Heavenly Principles will awaken. We just don't know when that will be, or what might trigger it.
You really hate the Heavenly Principles, don't you?
You could say that. Just look at Kari Bear. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was. Quiet and peaceful. Even as a hilly churl, seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right to exist? Of course, that's only one example. My feelings about the Heavenly Principles are too complicated to explain in just a few words. ...
Another ... Say something. You have a voice. Say something. Please.
You're the only one in this world who calls me that. There's so much I wanted to ask you. But For some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now. There's just one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand. Why? Why can't we continue our journey together?
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end. Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together. You told me. You wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom. To have a place like that suddenly appear before me? Well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean?
I miss you too, Lumine. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer, I don't even know how to face myself sometimes. Let alone my own sister.
What's going on?
Well, the area is
Lost
collapsing.
its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer. In fact, aside from our ability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. With Kari Bear gone, we won't be able to remember anything that happened here. Everything in this space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
You're only telling me this now?
I think my TV just broke. Nah. Bad joke, I know. Good thing Paimon wasn't there. She would have just ruined the moment. In all likelihood. Let's be fair, it's Paimon. My head is killing me though. Alright, for some reason we don't get a voice line here. Yawn. So, Sleepy, Paimon's head is still, goddammit. Paimon's head is still, still feels all fuzzy.
Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that they saw us sleeping near the village yesterday. They couldn't wake us up no matter how hard they tried, so they decided to just bring us back here. Oh,
Alright.
and Dane came by just now? It looked like he was injured. He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were alright and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but that's Dane for ya.
He never changes, does he? I'm having trouble thinking straight right now. Same here.
Let's think for a second.
Like,
We
legitimately.
were in that memory, and we saw that guy you called Kari Bear. He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that, Paimon doesn't remember what happened.
Kari Bear and I talked for a while. He told me about the Loom of Fate.
Wait, really? What a score!
I guess our conversation is complete, or our commission is complete. Then the mission of the villager, the person who only existed in people's memories, was Kari Bear all along. But now that he's gone, I'm not sure how to explain things to the villagers.
Well, what happened after that?
After that, I can't seem to remember. Maybe I'm just tired. I feel like something else happened, but why can't I remember? I'm not sure why, but it all feels like I lost something.
Ah, Ah, there you are. Sleep well?
Kinda.
Bayram, you sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. Wasn't anything good or bad, I'd say. It's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. It didn't feel right to leave all the searching to the adventurers. So there we were, searching away, when suddenly this one guy said it all came back to him. According to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree outside the village, and he saw our missing villager. There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up, and they all left together. It looked like quite a happy family, apparently. And after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Kind of strange that we forgot all about it for so long.
Alright. So that's how Kari Bear said his goodbyes. That was the last memory he gave them.
Oh, and we also remembered his name, Kari Bear. Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner.
True. That is a unique name. Make sure to remember it this time.
Well, I hope he's happy wherever he is. And we're all relieved now that we know what happened.
Seems like everyone thinks Kari Bear left the village. That's probably for the best. At least they have some sort of explanation now.
Kari Bear is gone. The Loom of Fate is now complete, and no one else will try to change the villagers' memories.
Paimon wonders how Atosa's doing. Maybe we should go check on her. If she hasn't remembered like everyone else, we can tell her what happened. Paimon didn't see her in the village just now, so she's probably at the tree. Come on, let's go talk to her.
Alright. That way. And I was out of stamina. Oh wow, that sound glitched for a lot longer than it was supposed to. Or stuck around for a lot longer. Don't jump.
Hey Atosa, how's it going?
Oh, it's you two. I was just about to go looking for you. I wanted to thank you. I was part of the search party, so I remember what happened to Kari Bear now. Honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important.
Maybe he wanted you to forget him. I'm sure he wouldn't want you to forget him.
He always seemed to appear out of nowhere, and now he left just as quickly. If Kari Bear wants me to forget about the time we spent together, then I'm willing to try. I relied on him for a lot of things, but I'm sure with enough time, even the deepest of attachments can fade.
Or you just don't have any attachments whatsoever.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll admit, I'm just putting on a brave face. I was dumped, wasn't I? Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without saying goodbye?
I'm sure he had a reason.
You don't need to comfort me. I'll be okay. It's
You
just
sure?
like Kari Bear said. It's the things we overcome that make life more precious. And you know, if he has a heart, maybe he'll come back and see me one day. Anyway, thanks for all your hard work, you two. I promised I'd help Granny Jahiet with something, so I should head back. Goodbye.
Well, that should be it, right? Everyone's lives can go back to normal now. Oh, right! Weren't you about to tell Paimon what happened after your conversation with Kari Bear?
Alright, right. What was the, or what was it that happened? I can't remember. Huh? It feels like there's something in my pocket.
A picture? Where'd that come from? Let Paimon see.
Alright, let's see it. Hang on. You must get along with each other. With each other. The two of you. Aw. This is kind of funny. Like one last, like a small prank that Caribert pulled. Just a picture. Oh, oops, sorry. Hang on. Well, that was the Archon quest, apparently. Let's actually check here, because I think I can just, yep, claim all of these. Go to the guide here, get some more, Oh, I guess Clorinde actually has her own story quest. Whoops. Hang on, I think I... Nope. Alright, so we got one additional pull from doing the Archon quest, and now let's just head all the way over here into Fontaine and in the... or say, hey, we did our daily commissions, give us the last 20 Primogems, and then let's see how many pulls in total I can get. Doubt I'll end up with 40 though. I guess at some point I'll actually stream like doing or I'll stream doing Clorinde's story quest, but for right now I am gonna say no to that.
Thank you for completing today. Ad Astra Abyss.
And I honestly hope that once I actually end the stream here and I go to check if there was this buzzing still, that it's hopefully gone and that it was literally because I had my controller plugged in the entire time to the charger. Anyway, let's see how many pulls I get and see if we actually hit pity. Also, I see we got some trophies here. Or in-game achievements, which gives us also some Primogems. And then we just go here to the store. And yes, I'm narrating this just to annoy someone who's listening to this, if you get annoyed by it. To purchase one additional pull, and then we go here. 34 pulls. I mean, we were 44 pulls into pity, so... 10 pull. Just the 4-star, though.
Sorry, ma'am. Were you looking for me? Hello, hello. I'm Sethos. What can I do for you?
We immediately pull him.
You know what? This seems like more of a sit-down conversation. Come with me. I know a good place.
A first 10 pull that we do, and we immediately pull the new 4-star character. Funny enough, I actually do have the weapon he's holding in the splash art there. Well, good thing I have that I have all his constellations, so this pull gets refunded. Yep. So that is now an additional pull that we can do. Again, a 10 pull is going to be guaranteed one 4-star at least. Alright, we pulled Toma. Another pull got refunded. I didn't even realize I had him at C6. Alright. And we pulled a weapon. And we get another pull refunded. Alright. Now if we actually manage to get 6 pulls in total, that would be great, because then we can just do another 10 pull, but let's get those real quick. We were two off. So we're gonna have to do these 8 pulls in single file. And it turned golden. Not Florend. Ah.
I am Florand, a champion duelist of the court of Fontaine. If you wish to hire my services, please state the nature of your dispute. You may leave out any extraneous details. Those are no concern of mine.
And that was incredibly lucky. Anyway, I guess I no longer need to continue pulling, because this probably was pity. I mean, hey. Yay, I guess. I mean, I don't really think I need to go pull for the weapon, though. Actually, what's my pity on the weapon banner? Sorry for the blue screen here. Wow, a pity of 2. Yeah, I don't need to pull there. Anyway.
Up to... Never mind.
Let's actually have a look here, though. Loren should be on the end here. Guess, seriously though, I wonder how she's played, you know? I haven't really looked up any videos on her or anything, so I have no idea. I did see that she has like this thing also related to the Bond of Life mechanics, so let's at least put a different weapon on her, because default, yikes. Would be funny. To actually, yeah, the alley flash does look kind of good on her, but for now, I guess it's going to be just there. Anyway.
Let them do as they please.
I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Sorry if there was any buzzing throughout the stream, and I'll see you guys in the next video or stream of whatever I'll be making or streaming. And let's hope that I'm feeling a lot better by that point. But then again, my immune system is kind of weird when it comes to that sort of thing. Like, I'm literally sick one day and the next day I'm right as rain, you know? Anyway, again, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next one. Bye!